All right, all right. Gamer grinding back in the saddle for first time in I don't know how long. I gotta stop making excuses for why I don't make videos. But we're gonna get into this. So we got an article from Beebom. I guess that's how you from Beebom. Yeah. Beebom.com. The 15 biggest prediction of state of play 20 February 2026, which is 2 days away. Um it's early morning hours here. We're looking at 7:34 a.m. Holy crap, it's still early. I've been up for a couple hours getting ready to record this and wanted to see what I'm doing to talk about. Let's back this up to the top and go through this list of their predictions. You can see from here that looks like a Devil May Cry. That looks like a The Stranding. Detroit Become Human. Okay, that's I looked through it, but I don't remember seeing that. Why the fuck's Detroit? What are they making a sequel? I guess maybe. God of War, Saros, don't care. Intergalactic, whatever the heretic, blah blah blah. I don't know. Naughty Dog's new game. It looks. Expect what premieres and gameplay reviews, including some of the highly anticipated games. Here are 15 biggest predictions we have for PlayStation State of Play February 2026, including a major announcement for DMC 6, GTA 6, and much more. All right, looking at this, Soros don't care all that much. Looks cool. It's an interesting game, but I didn't like Returnal. You know, here's my problem with like the Souls likes and Returnal and stuff like that. Yes, it's made for the hard gamers, and I don't understand why gamers get pissed if there's an easy mode for the people that just want to experience the game. Um, Liza P did that. They put an easy mode in. Some people like it, you know. Some people don't want to experience the game, but not have to kill themselves and die 100,000 times. Like Bloodborne. I love Bloodborne, but I never made it more than an hour and a half into the game before I died, even though I spent like 30 hours playing the fucking thing. He is even looking up not cheats, but ways to make it easier for myself to get through and not fuck up. And I made it to like, I don't know, I might have been 45 minutes to an hour and a half into the game. I don't know, somewhere within 45 minutes to an hour and a half in the game. And then I died and I had to go all the way back to the beginning. I could not find a first save point. I don't know. I was like, motherfucker, fuck this game. I love it, but fuck it. I'm good. Um, I don't want to play games and feel like I'm not progressing because I keep dying all the damn time. But moving on, we have Marvel's Wolverine, probably one of the most anticipated game on this list for me. I love Marvel, Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, Miles Morales, all of them. I just wish, I just hope this is not as short as Miles Morales. I'm hoping it's on the length of the first Spider-Man 20, was it 2018? Yeah, I think so. I don't know. But then we got Devil May Cry 6, not my type of game. Didn't hate it. I played some of them, just never really could get fully immersed in them. Just not my cup of tea. They're okay. They're fun, fun for a minute. Maybe I did give it a fair shake. Some games I just get into, I'm like, not my thing. New PlayStation peripheral concert consulty. Yeah, they're gonna probably. I wouldn't be surprised if they're not announced in PS6. If not at this state of play, it will be at the next one later this year. Well, they usually do 2 to 3 of them. If they do one in the summer, it might not get announced. But if they do one in the fall, winter time, like around November, that's probably when they're going to announce PlayStation 6. If they don't announce it here, it's a possibility they're going to announce it here. Okay, then we got Detroit. Detroit Become Human sequel tease. Yeah, they're going to talk about it now. We'll see it 3 years from now, or at least two. I hate that shit. Don't announce any fucking thing until you have an idea of when the release date's coming, and preferably within a year and a half tops. Preferably 6 months would be awesome. But moving on. Then we got Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3. I haven't even beat Rebirth because I got pissed off and turned it off. Um, it was an okay. Yeah, I like them. I just kind of, I don't know what it is, but there's some kind of specialty to the original. I spent over almost 200 hours in the original game. With losing save files, I probably spent like 300 hours. I remember I ended up deleting a save file on the stupid memory card. I ended up deleting my save file. I'm like, you son of a. And I had to start all over. That was years ago. God, I'm getting old. Um, Compared to some of you out there, I'm old enough to be a dad, probably. Moving on, especially if you're young and watching this. And if you are, thanks. Trying to make something happen on YouTube. Okay, moving on. Death Stranding 2 on the Beach was one of the biggest games of 25, getting nominated multiple times for Game Award. However, it is still a PS5 exclusive game, which keeps a large gaming base from enjoying it. Thankfully, February set of play is predicted to announce Death Stranding PC, and other than that, expected DLC. Okay, we're good. I haven't even played. I'm about 60% or so into the first one. Never even beat it. I just got bored with it. I know they're talking about it's good, but I don't know. I might just, time is limited. And that's one of those games that I don't know if I want to put the time in. I don't know about the second one, but the first one. Isn't, I guess is how you pronounce this. This is giving me Metal Gear Solid vibes. Seriously, it looks like it's raining in the background on this side of this, on the right side of the screen there of the picture. Over here looks like it's freaking raining in the background. That reminds me of the ship. Yeah, I don't know, this just gives me Metal Gear Solid vibes big time. Then we got, and it's Hideo Kojima. I always pronounce his first name Kojima. Got the next last name pretty good, but I don't know, it's probably gonna be good on some level. I don't know, his games are kind of weird sometimes, like the Death Stranding. Then we got Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet. Naughty Dog's new game. I'm intrigued to see where they're going, but it probably won't live up to The Last of Us, the first one. Nope. That game is in my top five, if not number one. The game made me emotional. The game, the storyline, it was an awesome time. Moving on, we have the Marvel Tokon, I don't know, Tokon, I think. Release date, that's a fighting game, not my thing. Based on Horizon Zero Dawn, stupid MMOs. It is my opinion. I can't stand multiplayer online shit. It's just not my thing. I get killed too easily. Whatever. It is what it is. Okami 2, I never played the first one. I heard good things. From what I remember hearing good things, but not my thing. This was actually the last game I ever bought last year. Was it September? I think it came out. Ghost of Yote. It was the last game I bought. It was a good game for the most part. I'm just I think I have one or two side things I have to do to like get 100%. I know the story's done. I don't know how much it was okay. Onimishu, the way of the sword. I remember playing the original Onimishu on PlayStation 2, I think it was. Maybe not the original. I think it was Onimishu 2. I don't know. It might have been the first or second one. I remember playing them. I just don't remember that much about them, and I'm not sure if I was even liked them. I played so many games that, I go back to Atari 26 was the first console that was in our house. We had Atari 2600. My brother actually had it. And yeah, I remember that game. Moving on from that, we got the new God of War announcement. Okay, so they're going to announce it here and it'll come out in 2028. Probably, or 2027, maybe if we're lucky. Um, I'm just tired of these. I wish they'd stop announcing games that's not coming for another fucking year and a half, 2 years. Announce it and drop it in 6 months. That's what I want to start seeing. Okay, so but yeah, Kratos and I can't think of the kid's name. boy, get over here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm taking the God of War boy and putting more combats. Get over here. Whatever. Moving on from that. I'm hearing myself. GTA 6, another trailer. Who gives a fuck? I don't want to see trailers. I want to be able to play the game if I want to play the game, if the price is right, because I'm not spending 80 to $100 on a fucking video game. Just not doing it. I know the content versus the value. The value, okay, I'm going to break it down like this. Okay. When you buy a movie, you spend 20 bucks, you get about 2 hours ish of content. Now I should watch all the extra bonus features and all that shit. So it makes sense that video games, if you're going to get 100 hours of content, it makes sense that a video game should be $100. And that's the way if they're gonna, I don't like it, but I will say this from if I was in their shoes, okay, you're gonna get 100 hours of content out of this, we're gonna charge you $100. I don't like it, but I understand it from a business perspective. I've owned my own business in the past, and I had to charge what I had to charge to make money, make profit, and pay the bills and all the other shit, and repairs and whatnot. There's expenses. There's always expenses. I had a lawn care business. It was a lot of expenses, and probably shouldn't have gave it up. But I'm getting old, and I don't want to be killing myself physically all the time because lawn care can be a physical nightmare at times. But moving on from that, so I understand. Okay, this game is going to give you 100 hours of content. We're going to charge you $100. But then you got games that give you like 10 hours of content, and they want to charge you 70. No, they should charge it by hours of content. If it's 100 plus, you get $100. If it's if you and that's for one playthrough. I'm not talking about multiplayer or going back through it and going back through it. No, one playthrough. If you can get 100 hours out of one playthrough with side content and all whatever's in the game, like Witcher, that's a game. Witcher 3 is a game that I remember when I got Witcher, I was like, everybody's like, "Oh, Witchers are great." And I'm like, I don't know, this game looks weird. And I started playing it and I kept dying because I was going into areas where the creatures was way stronger than me and I kept dying. Then I started picking up on oils and all the other shit that was in the game and I got good at it. And I had to spend at least 130, 140 hours in the game. Would I have been willing to pay $100 for a game like that? Yeah. Not that I want to, because I don't, nobody wants to part with $100. But for all the entertainment value, yeah, it's worth it. I mean, some people pay over that, but maybe because they bought all the extra DLC. I never even played the DLC to be honest. Unfortunately, I ended up deleting. I don't think I had my original save file, so I'd have to start the whole game over, and I just haven't gotten around to doing that because I think you have to be higher levels before you take on a couple DLCs. Um, but yeah, I that was a game that I didn't think I was going to like, but I really enjoyed that game. It was fun. And then there's like GTA 5 without the online mode. The story mode by itself, I think it took 25, 30 hours to beat the main mission, main story. So that game, based on that alone, not counting all the DLC or the multiplayer and the other shit on the side, counting on just a base story, that game should be no more than $50, 50 to 100, or 50 to 70, in my personal opinion. Because I'm only getting 30 hours of it. If you want to charge more, charge based on how much playtime someone can get out of it. That would be my breakdown on that. And then moving on, we're going to talk about one last thing. Well, there's two things that I'm not seeing they're talking about here. PlayStation Plus, Premium, Extra, all the other those tiers, and even Essentials. Rumors going around that that's going to be announced at this state of play that the price is going up, and they're probably going to lose me as a customer on that if it goes up too much. Because my subscription runs out in a few days, like 5, 6 days. I don't know, something like that. I think it's just 18th, 19th, 20, somewhere around there. So And then there's the uh, marathon game that I'm not really worried about. They didn't announce it here. They didn't mention it here. I'm sure there's something going to be about that game because it's releasing next month on the 5th, I think. I'm sure there's something about that game that is going to be announced. We're going to talk a little bit about it at least. I'm just hoping they keep shit short. Don't spend 10, 15 minutes talking about one game. Oh, this new thing. Da, 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 da. Get in, get out, move on. I'll probably watch the replay of the state of play anyway, so I can go fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. Let's get to the shit that I want to see. But everybody has what they like, it is what it is. Hell, well, that's that. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, like, subscribe if you want, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace. Gamer grinding out.